Sejam bem-vindos a mais este vídeo de React aqui. E hoje vamos estar reagindo a este vídeo aqui do canal Fiftyzz. Não sei se é assim se pronuncia. Começa em 3, 2, 1. Valeu.
This is my current PC gaming setup, and while it looks pretty nice, I think it's time for an upgrade.
Lembrando que o vídeo deste canal aqui vai estar na descrição. Vai lá, se inscreve no canal do cara e segue ele nas redes sociais.
You see, these contrasting colors of a black PC case and mousepad don't go with the other white peripherals, so I'm gonna change that. I'm even gonna transform this dirty left part of my setup that I haven't changed for over a year. So today I'm gonna be transforming this setup into my dream, super clean gaming setup. So let's dive right in. Now that we're on Amazon, we have to start looking for white variants of products that we all...
Eu vou trocar o setup dele todo por branco. Algumas peças, né? Teclado, acho que mousepad também. Não
already
sei.
have. And after a little bit of digging, I stumbled across this really clean Corsair case. I'm also going to be picking up a new monitor mount because I'm going to put a third monitor on the setup, and then that way I don't have to worry about having these two separate stands. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and order anything else I think I need.
Ligação, viu? É difícil.
For the setup, and then we can look at everything in our cart. Alright, here's a look at everything we got in our cart. We're going to go ahead and place this order, and I'll see y'all back when everything arrives. Oh, I think something might be at the door. I think we gotta go check. Whoa, whoa, don't look at that. I think we gotta go check it out. Guys, I think we got...
Lá você pode deixar assim na porta. Fazer isso aqui no Brasil você vai ver. Correr, coloca na porta, nunca mais você vê o produto.
some packages.
Corsair.
Now that we brought all of these packages into our room, it is time to start transforming. But first things first, we gotta clean up these clothes so we have...
Meu Deus do céu. Quartão é bagunça.
have an environment to work with, bruh. Don't worry, I'll have it done in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. So I'll have it done in 3, 2, 1. And there.
Só tirou a roupa do chão. E uns coisinhos lero-lero. Foda-se aí.
Here we go. So before we strip down the setup of its old parts, we should go ahead and unbox everything first. And we might as well start with the package that is on top.
Work today is broken. We're all working in too many disconnected apps, and it's killing team productivity. But for the first time, there's a platform that fixes it by combining everything.
Finge que nada aconteceu.
And there we go. So before we strip down the setup of its old parts, we should go ahead and unbox everything first. And we might as well start with the package that is on top. Pretty strong pen.
Abri com caneta.
Aha. So these are all the parts of the new monitor mount that we got. We got all the parts for the monitor mount, so let's go ahead and start on the PC case next. This
Os braços articulados.
is the product that I'm actually the most excited about because I spent a lot of time researching and trying to find a good case. It definitely has a hefty price tag, but I think it's well worth it. Y'all, look how clean this case is. It's got that little 3D view too. Oh my. Not exactly sure what this is, but we'll just go ahead and get it open real quick. This will be the cable rack that we put on the underside of the desk. You can clearly tell from the packaging what this is, but we're still gonna unbox it. Honestly, we'll save the entire assembly
Esse é o braço articulado para microfone.
of this one until later because we don't really need to assemble it right now. Plus, it's borderline already all assembled. All we need to do is put the stand on. Last but not least, we have this super long package. And this is simply our mousepad. And these two things, the white keycaps and the white cable sleeves, just kind of came in the bottom of the package. Now that we have our plethora of new items unboxed, it's unfortunately time to say goodbye to our current setup. You know what? First off, why are my Christmas decorations from last year still here? We need to get these things out of here. You little gingerbread man.
Aqui que começa o trabalho árduo. É tirar os cabos, organizar coisa peça por peça e você pensa que vai terminar rápido. Você demora um dia e olhe lá. Você terminar tudo em um dia.
But look how dirty this mouse may go after
O mousepad tá só um pouquinho sujo, né?
all that time. Ooh, brother. As I unmounted these monitors, I was honestly worried about damaging them. The tension from the boom arms was so high for some reason, and I really could not get this thing off. As you can see, I was really struggling with this one monitor. I just do not know why I couldn't get it off. Probably that tiny screwdriver. Alright, so in the middle of trying to take these monitor stands off, I realized any of the Allen wrenches that I have are not big enough for these stands. So I'm about to head out and go to Walmart real quick, and then I'm gonna pick up a multi-Allen wrench kit so we can actually finish unscrewing this thing.
Tá. Parece que eu entendi o que falou ali. Parece, ó, que a chavinha que tava com ele, que tava desparafusando ali, acho que pra aquele monitor ali, acho que não consigo desparafusar não. Deve ser que a chavinha deve ser, acho que tem que ser menor.
Real quick, and then I'm gonna pick up a multi-Allen wrench kit so we can actually finish unscrewing this thing.
Ó, o carro dele é um Subaru.
You look like it's crushed, thing smell.
Deve ser aquele Subaru o WRX STI.
Oh my. Oh, we getting this. Bro, I don't know where this freaking thing is. Archer, I think I see this one up here. One of these has to work. And you know, let's just pick this up just in case we need it. Okay, now that we actually have the proper equipment, I can go ahead and continue with unmounting these monitor stands. So now, luckily, the Allen wrench that we got was literally perfect, and we could just use it for every part of that monitor stand. For future reference, if you ever plan to mount your monitors, just make sure you have the right wrenches. Alright guys, finally we have a fully clean slate to work with, but the first thing we will actually be switching now is all of the components inside of this old case into this new clean Corsair case. A super dope thing about this case is actually the front and the side panels are fully able to come off.
A hora que toda pessoa que monta treme na hora que vai limpar o PC. Ó, fica olhando. Essa hora aí. Não tem quando você tenta destravar o PCI aqui. Você tirar para limpar, parece que não vai de jeito nenhum. Pois é.
Actually, before I do finish taking out all of these screws, I want to make sure I take off like the little central piece first because I don't want that to fall and that sits on the CPU. Then have to like try and maneuver it while the AIO cooler is like sitting in my hand. So I'm gonna take that thing off first.
Entendi. Mas com a tercolha dele ali é aquele da Deep Cool. Só não sei falar qual que é o nome. Mas aquele ali, ele ligado, tanto o branco como o preto, é bem bonito. Se você deixar ele no modo, acho que é modo RGB mesmo, que fica da cor aí. Vou pôr a imagem aí, qualquer canto aí.
Now that the power supply also is out, that means the only thing we have left to do is remove the motherboard from the old case. Got that thing in there perfectly. We officially have the motherboard mounted in place. Alright you guys, as you can see, we have the AIO mounted in. All I need to do is finally put this thing back on the CPU. Let me finish screwing this and then we can work on the power supply.
Mais uma coisa aqui, ó. Preto com branco. Estética preto com branco. Olha aí. Pra quem fala que não combina, que não sei o que, olha aí, preto com branco. O meu que também é. Tem gente que gosta de montar ele todo branco, ele todo preto e ele mesclado. Mas né, parece que todo mundo segue um padrão só. Ei.
Alright, so I believe
vai, placa de vídeo não é em cima, não?
we have everything in. Hopefully when we go to turn it on, it will.
Ué, a placa de vídeo deveria ser Na parte de cima, ó. Manda eu que tô montando mesmo.
will actually turn on. That is looking clean. I know it's like black parts still, but like the white.
Parece que o de cima ele tem mais força do que o PCI de baixo. A última vez que eu escutei foi isso.
PC case, especially when it's closed, will look really, really clean. But nonetheless,
Apesar dos dois ser... Acho que não, os dois deve ser X16, não. Acho que o primeiro é o X16, o outro X8. Alguma coisa assim.
the next step will be putting together this monitor mount. I started off just by taking some basic measurements.
Bom, a parte do PC já foi. Agora é... Acho que eu vou montar o braço articulado para pôr os monitores.
Of my desk. Then I measured the monitor stand's clamp. It wasn't really exact measurements, I just wanted to make sure I had enough space for all the monitors. Then I put the pole in, and of course I order a white monitor stand, and they decided to make the pole black. That's on me though, I definitely should have checked that before I got the monitor stand. Next thing I did was go ahead and put these little arms on the connector piece. One unfortunate thing is that the arms are honestly pretty clean, and I think would go with the vibe of the setup, but I can't really display them because the monitors are going to be covering them. Okay, now that we have these two monitors prepped to be put on the monitor mounts, I need to go grab something from my closet. What I need right here is my old 24-inch monitor. I'm going to be
Acaba tem 4 monitores em casa.
mounting this one vertically on the right side, so we'll have a horizontal, and a vertical one. So I'm going to go ahead and start prepping this one too. And then once a little bit of help arrives, I can go ahead and put them on the mounts. Okay guys, so unfortunately we've run into an issue. When Scepter makes their monitors, they have this big bracket in the back, and unless you have these like little screw extenders, then you won't be able to actually mount it. So like this is connected, but it's just loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and order those extenders, but until then we can continue with the transformation. And now we are going to be busting out this, oh, big old mouse pad. Grab our handy dandy tools. Oh my gosh, this thing's massive. Pause. Oh yeah, keep that. Y'all tell me that is not perfect. Ooh. Next, let's start adding our white keycaps onto the keyboard.
Outra combinação de preto com branco.
More tape.
Preto com branco assim, né? Teclado, né? Porque senão... Já viu.
Get this thing all wiped down. And finally,
Pra montar. Chegou até a coçar o olho. Pra montar isso aí. Tirar os... Trocar os keycaps, né? Do teclado assim, eu tiraria a foto primeiro deles sem tirar nada. Deixaria a imagem no canto. Depois só ir colocando. Tira o antigo e coloca o novo. Eu faria assim, né? Mas como ele... Deixa quieto. Ele não precisou disso, então...
literally just putting the mouse right there. Let us now put on the boom arm. Honestly, there's like no assembly on this thing. It's just putting the base on and then slapping this thing in there. Once again, I'm probably just gonna put it in the same spot that my last boom arm was in.
Depois eu vou olhar esse mouse dele. Esse mouse dele é o... É um da Logitech. Acho que eu já vi ele já. Já vi no Mercado Livre no Cabum. É o que? 400? Acho que é isso. 400 reais. Se eu não tiver enganado.
Because I like just being able to have it here and then push it out the way when I don't want it in my face. And here is the boom arm setup, boys, as you can see.
Não, aí não. O microfone eu trocaria. A cor branca para deixar o negócio ali todo branco. O braço articulado já é branco, o microfone também eu deixaria branco. Né?
I really don't
Não é eu que tô montando, então.
like this red, so we honestly might have to go get a new mic. Do not forget though, I still need to transform this left part of the setup, and I'm thinking about picking up some new cabinet to display some new stuff. But this cleanup will probably take place tomorrow, but for right now, I want to get all of my details onto the setup. Get the router back on there, get the Alexa back in there, grab our fake plant, and why not just put
Mosquito.
this little panty guy right under the middle. Alright y'all, so I plugged in the bare bones of the setup, and then that way I can kind of see what we're working with cable wise. We do of course still have our white cable rack that we decided to pick up.
Esse é o cable management.
Okay, y'all, it is a new day, but unfortunately we do have a new problem. Whenever I connect this... main monitor, it only gives me like this very dull kind of blackish screen, but it'll detect it with the PC. It just won't display anything. I know nothing's wrong with the GPU because I've tried all different connections into
Ué, monitor deu problema?
those ports and all of that works fine on this monitor. I just somehow might have managed to damage it when I was transporting things.
As I unmounted these monitors, I was honestly worried about damaging them.
So honestly, that
Tá. Deve ter estragado na hora que eu for tirar.
is really unfortunate, but on the bright side, we
Coisa ruim quando acontece, quando a gente vai tirar alguma coisa do lugar e acaba estragando, a gente nem vê.
can go ahead to Best Buy right now and pick up a new one. Kind of have been wanting a new one because the Scepter brand wasn't really doing it for me. So yeah, let's head to Best Buy, and then after that, we slide through to Target to try and find something for this part of the setup.
Tá, tá uma bagunça, hein? Olha lá, enquanto isso, ó, vai lá no canal do cara, se inscreve, segue ele nas redes sociais, tá? E deixa like no vídeo dele também.
Bro, I was going to pick up a white fan too, and I have...
Ah, os lugares desses assim no Brasil. Seria massa. Ah, mas tem. Tem. Só em Santa Catarina. Aqui em Minas Gerais não tem isso não.
Like,
Deveria. Por que o Pichão não abre um aqui? Por aqui no meu bairro aqui tem um monte de lote aí.
literally no single white fans. God, I want this so bad too, bro, but... What? Boy, if you don't...
$300?
Fans. God, I want this so bad too, bro, but...
Ah, $300. Tem razão. NZXT Kraken Elite 360 RGB. A 360. O do lado ali tá $140. Deve ser de 240mm, eu acho.
Boy, if you don't...
Quer ver? Ó?
I want this so... I was going to pick up a
Fale.
white fan too, and I have...
É aí que eu falei. Daqui dá pra ver, ó. Aqui embaixo que é $140. É o 240. Só que é o black, mesmo sem RGB nem nada. O outro é branco. O branquinho é mais caro que os outros.
Like, literally no single white fans. God, I want this so bad too, bro, but... What? Boy, if you don't... Also, as you can see, we secured the bag. We got ourselves a new 27-inch curved 240Hz monitor.
Monitor da Asus, 27 polegadas, 240 Hz de frequência.
Now we're going to head to Target to look
Ele é o que? 1 milésimo de resposta também?
for
Deve
any
ser.
like small furniture things, like I said, and then that way we can add that to the setup. Guys, I'm going to go broke.
Entendi.
Please like the video.
O que eu falo ali agora? Deixa like no vídeo, porque o vídeo dá trabalho pra fazer, filho.
I think this is where we're going, boys. We have officially secured the bag of a new monitor, and then we got the shelf. So right now I'm gonna go ahead home, probably finish mounting the monitors, and then we can go ahead with that left part of the setup. So I'll see y'all when I get home. Out with the old and in with the new. Now let's go ahead and add our third vertical monitor, because now that we just don't have that old monitor, we can use the screws that we were using on that one, which means we don't really need to wait till the other ones come in.
Like I said earlier, I am very glad I bought that Allen wrench kit when I did. Alright guys, so it is a new day. This is officially day 4 of transforming my setup. First thing I did this morning was start to build the bookshelf that I bought from Target yesterday. Once I had everything lined in, I started by screwing all the parts together. And then to get the back piece in, I had to hammer about 24 nails into the back of this thing.
Alright y'all, I'm gonna keep going with building the shelf, and then when I get done, I will show y'all the final product. As you can see, we have finished building the bookshelf, but before we transport the new bookshelf into the room, we do have to clear out some space. So let me go ahead and clean this area up real quick, and then we can go ahead and get on with that move. Let's go ahead and grab our mirror and just set it onto the bed so we can get it out the way. Get these boys out of here too. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and grab the keyboard stand and put it over to that part of the setup that we want it. Now we gotta grab this boy. Honestly, y'all, I don't mind the keyboard right there, but the door doesn't really fully open.
Vai abrir todo não.
Alright, you guys, as you can see, we put the shelf in where that is. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I think I'm gonna move the keyboard to another room because it really just doesn't fit the vibe that I want with the setup. But now that we have plenty of space, I'm probably gonna go ahead and move my lamp back on this side. And I'm thinking about just putting the PC cases next to this wall to kind of have a cool little display. Honestly, I kind of like that there.
Eu venderei esses dois. Eu não vou usar.
And especially after I take these things
Na minha opinião, né?
out of the inside of that case, I think it'll look good. Finally, let's bust out these white cable sleeves and then we can start cable managing this stuff.
Vender os dois. A menos que ele vai fazer alguma coisa com eles.
So for my cable management on the setup, I wanted to cover up any of the visible cables with white cable sleeves. After
Nossa, um negócio que me deixa agoniado esses cabos aparecendo. Eu não gosto de deixar o monitor no alto assim não, por causa disso aí. Gosto de deixar ele mais pra baixo assim. De maneira que o cabo não dá pra ver. Não dê pra ver os cabos. Joga os cabos tudo lá pra baixo. Organização de cabo tudo lá embaixo lá. Joga lá e deixa lá.
After the keyboard was done, I moved on to the HDMI cables of the monitor, and luckily the monitor mount arms had compartments that I could store the cables in, so that was very, very helpful. As you can see, instead of having this cable droop low, I was able to actually pick it up and put it on the back side of the monitor arm, and then that way you could just fully be hidden.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just try and put as much stuff into this cable rack as I can. I just don't want it to come out like really too disorganized.
Don't worry, all the rest of this is just going to be covered up by those two PC cases, so we don't need to worry about those two. Alright, y'all, it's not the best cable management ever, but it is definitely doable. Now it is time to start grabbing the goods to put on that display shelf. Gonna go right there. Now we are going to grab our pixel panel. Alright, y'all, we had to put a Yeezy slide box behind it because this thing literally would not stand up on its own. One of those in there, another one there. Scoop that in the bottom. PS5 controller, of course, right on the top of that. Just like that. We can display this one, but it's gonna have to be sideways. Alright, y'all, I picked up these LED lights as well, and I kind of want to put them on the back of this thing. Good. What the?
Ai. Arrebentou a caixa toda.
My goal for these LED lights was to have them illuminate the backside of the bookshelf and also illuminate the display items that were inside of it.
Alright, so it's definitely not the best design, but it's honestly pretty clean, especially the fact that it can illuminate the things inside. Let's actually change this Johnny out real quick. Yo, we are so close to the tail end. First, let's go ahead and take off this plastic on the PC. Maybe I should turn the
Que
PC off.
satisfatório.
Now we got the monitor layout fixed. And just to fix the aesthetic of the room, let's go ahead and clean all this junk up. And finally, guys, there's one last package that just came for us. We are replacing this mic. And of course, it will be none other than its own white version.
É o que eu falei. Parece que ele me ouviu.
Again.
Trocou pelo branco. Pelo mesmo modelo branco. Olha.
What an actual beauty this thing is.
É todo branco, é todo bonito. Muito bonito. Ai.
Let's get this cable plugged in, and then I think we are literally done. Like, this actually took a whole week to transform, so I am so hyped about seeing this final transformation. Bro, look, unfortunately, because of this big old junky piece right here, I can't even fit this thing into the cable management part of it. Like, it can go into this part of the boom arm, but not this one. Honestly, it still looks pretty clean because that side's covered up. Alright, so, and with that, we have fully completed the transformation. It's actually crazy to say. If you enjoyed the transformation, please let me know by dropping a like and also maybe subbing if you like the other content. This video took so long, so I really do hope you like this transformation. And without any further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one, and enjoy the review.
Vamos ver como é que ficou. O antes. Depois. Sensacional. 3 monitor. Às vezes é o seguinte, às vezes é muito tempo de investimento também, comprando as coisas e deixando guardado. Muito bonito. Cabo, extensão, ninguém importa. Ninguém vai ver mesmo. Só ele.
Aquele seu PC antigo não aguenta mais, né? Na Terra você consegue encontrar PCs de altíssima qualidade, com ótimo hardware e preços extremamente acessíveis. PCs com Nvidia, AMD...
Pois é, é isso aí, um setup maravilhoso de lindo. E esse foi há 1 ano, há 2 meses, em fevereiro, janeiro, dezembro. Não, assim do ano passado. Tá praticamente recente ainda. Tá bom, maravilhoso. Negócio desse. Isso é um sonho de consumo de qualquer um. É, ó. Botamos um tiquinho. Esse foi. Não, mais pra trás, parece. Olha aí. Pode dizer que você não queria ter um setup desse aqui não. Com as luzinhas assim. Deixar o negócio mais claro. É bom pra pessoa que for gravar ter um lugar pra gravar. Ali, ó. Branco. Pode ser branco ou se não, na cor escura, preta. Qualquer um. Coloca uma iluminação ali atrás ali, filho. Acabou. Fica massa. Olha aí, ó. Muito branco, muito preto. Tranquilo, filho. E eu ainda sonho com um negócio desse, né? Tá se formando tudo que já. Comprando as coisas aos poucos. Acho que até no fim desse ano, acho que chega nesse nível aqui, ou mais pra longe um pouco. Isso vai decorrer do ano. Que vai aparecendo aí uma coisinha aqui, uma coisinha dali. E tenta mesclar tudo pra poder fazer a coisa certa, né? Se é que vocês me entendem. Então é isso, né? Esse foi o react de hoje aí. Eu acho que eu devo postar amanhã, ou deixa pra sábado. Eu acho que é amanhã mesmo. Não sei como é que vai ser, mas vou postar ali pra ver qual é a repercussão que vai dar, pra ver se vai ser uma boa pro canal aí. Mas é isso. Se você chegou até aqui no final desse vídeo aqui, se inscreve aqui no canal, pra você não perder alguns vídeos desse aí. Vá lá no canal do cara, eu vou deixar o link na descrição do vídeo. Vá lá no canal do cara, se inscreve, deixa o like lá no vídeo dele, inclusive, ó. Pera aí. Vá lá no canal do cara, se inscreve lá, deixa o like também. Tem as redes sociais dele aqui, ó. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Antigo Twitter, né? Twitch, não pode falar, né? Twitch, não pode falar não. Roxinha. Tem aqui o Discord aqui, ó. Vai lá, segue o cara lá. Você tem umas ideias, assim, pra você ter. Ideias assim, pra você fazer o seu setup do jeito que você quiser. Você tem que pegar umas ideias, tipo assim, ó. Mas é isso. Se inscreve aqui no canal também. Deixa o joinha, deixa o like. Comenta. Dá uma sugestão de vídeo aí. Pra reagir aqui. Bora chegar aqui pra reagir junto aqui. E é isso. Fique com Deus e até a próxima.